Hey, good morning, everybody. It is a crazy busy day here. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. We have family camp going on at Black Hills, so I woke up there this morning, and I just happened to have one of my training clients there, so I got to train him there on site at camp, which was really convenient. But then having a little internet issue, so now I'm here in Fairmont, got my pastor hat on. I'll be doing pastor stuff the rest of the day, and then back out to camp this evening. So I'm going to try to be brief. Got so much going on, so much going through my head. But yesterday we began a two-parter answering a really complicated question. The first half of the question basically dealt with how do we, as believers, as followers of Jesus, how do we love those who are lost, who are apart from Christ, particularly those who are living in alternative lifestyles, who are blatantly sinful in their life, stuff like that. And we came up, we had three answers, gave three answers. I really encourage you to watch that. If you missed that sermon, I think it really is an important question, but we came up with three basic answers. The first one is you love them the way you love anyone else, right? Jesus called us to love all, and regardless of any particular sin that they're in, right? Sin is sin. Jesus came and died for all of it, and so we love them like we would love anyone else. The second answer was, and this is a little counterintuitive, but we love those who are lost, who are apart from Christ, better by getting better at loving those in our church and in our life groups. I know it sounds weird, right? The best way to love someone on the outside is to get better at loving people on the inside. Well, yeah, Jesus, in John 13, he said, they will know that we are Christians, that we are his followers of Jesus, we're his disciples by the way we love each other. So the idea is that when we love one another well, when believers love believers well, when you love the people in your church and in your life group so well, when you care for them so well, when you've got their back so well, when you take care of each other so well, and you have this beautiful kingdom family going on, the world sees that, and they begin to see that something's different. And so what we said is that one of the best ways to love unbelievers is to love your church family really, really well, and to give them a picture of what true kingdom life and love looks like, and then invite them in. That was one of the things in the early church that caused the early church to explode the way it did, is that unbelievers saw the way they loved one another, how well they cared for each other, and they were like, dude, something's up. Like, these people are either like smoking something really good, or they've had a drastic change in their life, because no other system in this world looks like that. And so that caught the world's attention. That was the second one. The third one was when you see someone hurting, help the best way you can. Happy day, Rhonda. When you see somebody hurting, you help the best way that you can. That was the story of the Good Samaritan, right? That's the story that Jesus gave when he was explaining what it means to love your neighbor as yourself. So, love them the same way you would anybody else. Get better at loving each other. And then the third is when someone's hurting, you help the best way you can. And then I tagged on a fourth one at the end, which was, and just do the best you can. And I wanted to put that on the end because for some folks, especially in our culture that is so critical and so negative, sometimes your best effort is still not going to be enough. Okay, there are always going to be people looking in at the church, and no matter how hard we try to love, they're going to say, that's not enough, right? If you really loved, you would do this, 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 and this. There's going to be people who look at you, right? And just in spite of your effort, I think I saw Adam Gray pop on here, man. Hey, buddy, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well, bud. No matter how hard you try to love them, they're going to be like, that's not enough. You should have done this, 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 and this. Right. So I said, do the best you can. And I said that so that, we don't always walk around feeling condemned or guilty or believing that we never do enough, right? I don't want that kind of burden on you. So I've tacked that on at the end. But what I want to leave you with is the flip side of that. The flip side of that is we can also use that idea to justify not loving the best that we can, right? Good to hear. Good to hear you're good, buddy. Yes, it has been a long time, man. I miss you, bub. When I say do the best you can, on one hand, I want you to know that your best isn't always going to be good enough for other folks, and don't feel beat up or condemned. But on the other side, I don't want us to use that line, I'm doing the best I can, as an excuse to not do the best we can, to not love like Jesus would love. That was the whole title of the sermon, right? As I have loved you. And so I want to leave us with that today. Sometimes I think I do it. Like I use the phrase in my mind. I tell myself, you're doing the best you can, Adam, when really I could probably do a little better. I could probably be a little more disciplined, or I could probably extend myself a little bit more. I could probably allow myself to be a little more inconvenienced. And so I just want us to be honest about that. Even last night, family camp, Pastor Ken, he was talking about self-reflection. And so in light of that, I want to leave you with this verse, okay? Psalm 139, and I just encourage you to, sometime this week, just you and God, just pray this verse and ask Him. Psalm 139, 23 and 24 says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart." Sometimes our hearts can deceive us. You search me, God. You know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. So that's my challenge, is for all of us to just take some time to ask the Lord to search our hearts and to show us, are we really doing the best that we can? Are we loving those who are outside of the family of God, who are unbelievers? Are we loving them the best we can? Are we loving our church family the best that we can? Are we loving our own family the best that we can? Are we loving our kids, our spouse, our friends, our neighbors the best that we can? And if we're not, maybe we are, but if we're not, Jesus, what's the next step you would like me to take to do better, right? And just start there. All right, so love you guys. I hope you have a really good week. I got to get back at it. It's just a crazy week. So I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.